Good morning, guys. It's Friday morning. You do have a quiz today, so I want to make sure that you guys understand the questions from yesterday. You do have this nice parabola here that is opening down because you have a ball that's being kicked into the air and then it comes back down because of gravity. All right, this is a real world scenario. There is a starting point and then there is an ending point when it hits the ground again. All right, so just filling in this chart real quick. At 0, the ball is on the ground, so that's going to be 0. After 1 second, it's at 5 feet. And then it goes up to 8 feet after 2 seconds, 9 feet after 3 seconds, then at 8 feet again, and then 5 feet, and then back to 0. Okay, and again, I can find all those just by plugging it in into this function that's right here. If I plug in t is equal to 0, then I can find out that it's going to be 0. Okay, if I plug in t equals 1, then that's going to give me 5 whenever I get the output. Okay, you can also plug in this function into Desmos and it will give you this graph right here. Okay, so what is the ball's maximum height is the first question. The ball's maximum height is where it is reaching its peak up here, and that height is at 9 feet. All right, so our answer to number 12 should have been 9 feet. All right, a lot of people did really well with 12, 13, and 14. Okay, number 13, when does the ball hit the ground? That's asking for a time because it's saying when. All right, so the time is on the bottom because time is always on the x-axis, and this over here represents the height. All right, so this time is after 6 seconds when it hits the ground again. So I would put 6 seconds for my final answer for number 13. For number 14, when is the height of the ball what is the height of the ball at 2 seconds? So it's asking for a height, so it's going to be one of these answers here. At 2 seconds, I go up here and go across. That would be 8 feet. Okay, I could also get that from my table that's right here. At 2 seconds, it's at 8 feet high. All right, and then we get into the interval questions when the ball is increasing, okay? The ball is going up on this side of the graph right here, all right? And it's going up until I hit. It started going up at 0 seconds and it kept going up until I got to 3. All right, so I would say it's from 0 to 3. All right, I put a bracket at 0 because it's actually increasing at 0. But remember in class we talked about how there's that moment when I throw a ball up in the air where the ball is actually just kind of floating up in the air. It's very, very fast, but it's going up and then it hits that point and then it starts going back down. All right, so at 3 seconds, it's not actually increasing and it's not actually decreasing. All right, it's just floating up in the air. All right, so at 3, we just put a parentheses. All right, and then when is it decreasing? It's going to start decreasing at 3 seconds, and it's going to continue to decrease until I hit the ground over here, which happened after 6 seconds. So I put a parentheses with 3 like we just talked about because that's actually when it's floating up in the air. And then at 6 seconds, it is decreasing, it's hitting the ground, all right? So that is all the answers to the packet, all right? You do have a quiz today, so be sure that you take that quiz today. If you have any questions, please message me on Canvas or email me. That's it. Have a great weekend, guys.